Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where today I've got a real fun treat for you, and this is kind of the opposite of...
Don't do anything you might regret.
Okay, EO, never has an apt response been ever uttered at exactly the right time, because today it's a little bit opposite of what it was yesterday, where we were using our weapon to knock them down, and then we were using our gifts to destroy them. But this time we're going to be using the Graceful Prominence to knock them down, because this has a really good knockdown potential built into the attack for the Charge Drain. And we're going to be using Charge Drains here to see how they do against these guys to knock them down, and then finish them off with our weapon attacks. Okay, so not so great, but it will do as we go along here. Our charge drains. Whoops. Our charge drains are absolutely devastating for these guys, and we're just getting destroyed here. So let's see how much that does. 6331. That's very, very good. So let's go for a couple attacks here, and we will be able to use some pretty good combo attacks here. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. And as you can see, we can hit these guys from pretty far away. Whoa, nice one, Eel. And because we're doing Ice Pierce, we should be doing Ice Crush, right? But we're doing Ice Pierce, and that's okay. We are able to, ruin these guys really, really easily and quickly. This guy's gonna stun pretty much the entire time because he has exceptionally low stun resistance. So it's not as effective as I was hoping, which, you know, that's how it goes here in Vein. A lot of times, you know, things just happen, and you know, it just doesn't go your way. Oh wow, we missed altogether there. But we're gonna have plenty of utility built in here, and even if we don't get our way with the charge attacks and everything, that's completely fine. As you can see, we do have quite a bit of stamina here built in. There's the knockdown. That's what I wanted. Okay, and so you can see that if we do get the knockdown, so there's a couple things built in here. If we do get the knockdown and Blade Dance is running, then we are absolutely able to stack up the damage and everything. So that is really, really, really great if we actually get that opportunity. However, that opportunity is pretty rare because there are a couple of circumstances, right, that need to stack up together in order to be correct at that point in time. Okay, there's a backstab that'll at least get him on the ground, and then we can go for our weapons here. And because we have the Ice Blood along the way here, we are able to absolutely decimate these guys. Whoops, okay. Didn't get the dodge in time there, but that's okay. And so we are in kind of strange territory here, where we have, you know, a lot of damage, but the second we get tagged, we are going to be completely overwhelmed by literally anything that wants to ruin us. Okay, we'll wait for him to throw his ball there, and then we'll head on up. No problem. Let's go for a backstab first, just so we can put him down to make sure that we have the upper hand here. Okay, and since we have like unlimited stamina, right, it's totally worth it for you know, being able to recover whatever we want here. Okay, and remember, because we are doing charge attacks with our Blood Veil, we are absolutely more than welcome to take advantage of the charge attacks within our sword here, which is very, very good. Ouch. Okay. Okay, and this guy. Let's see if we can get a couple of attacks here. Okay. Whoops. Okay, and let's go for a launch then, since we can. I mean, why not? We better take advantage of it. And then we'll go for a charge drain to finish him off and get at least a little bit of Ichor as we go across the rest of the sand. So 3 heals through here. That's not so bad so far. That's actually not too bad. And you'll see that we have sort of enough Ichor recovery here to be able to, you know, take these guys out. But what's most important is that we have the stamina along the way here. Whoops. Is that we have the stamina to actually take these things on. And because we have a Blood Veil at distance here, we can actually attack from far away. Let's see what Eo's gonna do here. Okay, and we can use our Blood Veil there for those kinds of attacks. As you can see, the Ichor recovery is better on the just the weapon strikes overall. So let's take out these things here. Good, and then let's go for charge. And oh, can't hit this guy. Okay, and that was a sad moment right there. Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, I can't get the launch. And 3, good. And you do that over there, buddy. And I'm going to go grab the ladder, just because. Okay, well, that's fine. We don't need to fight him anyways, because now we are just onwards to the Eva fight, and it is going to be semi-different. We definitely won't be using our charge drains at all, and this build set does feel kind of strange to be using the build this way. It's definitely takes some finesse to get used to it. That is absolutely for certain. I would call this kind of a midway average adequate build. I wouldn't say this is something that you should run out and try for and buy DLC, 1 and absolutely get this veil and go for it. But when it works very, very, very well, and it really does do what it is supposed to, and it makes for a very interesting, wonderful, happy, healthy build set here. But when it doesn't work, you are left completely wide open. I was imagining that it would actually be a lot more useful, but it definitely does have some use built into it, but not an insane amount. So here what we're gonna do is we'll just go for weapon drain rating, so we have more Ichor along the way, and here we'll just go for ice. More ice is always good or better, or we could go for maybe concentration. We'll go for precision. We'll make it interesting, and we should be good to go here. And let's go for just more stun, because why not? Okay, let's see what. I guess Eo's dead. Okay, so it's me and Eva, 1-on-1. So let's go, Eva, and let's see what you got, and we'll be doing it solo here. So here we go. Okay, and we just gotta kind of of all the attacks. That is not the one I wanted to have happen. Okay. It would have been nice if she would have been doing anything, literally anything else other than that. Okay. Let's get this going. Let's get stun, poison. Okay. Stagger. Okay. And we need Blade Dance here in a second. There we go. Okay, time to go to work here. Okay, and we'll let that wear out so we can get our stamina back. Oh, well, I messed that up pretty bad. Oh well, but you can see that we were starting to get to a point where our sword slashes were going to be exceptionally damaging, and we can absolutely brutalize her if we get a chance to have our ichor recovery do very, very, very well. So unfortunately, Io just dropped off the face of the earth. Unfortunately there, and we don't need her along, but it's not always nice to have company, and when it's Io along for the ride here, while engaging with Eva at the same time. I mean, hey, you know, the more the merrier here at this point. So as we get into this, the nice thing is that you saw that she staggered once into a hard stagger. She went down in phase 1 there very easily, very quickly. That is a benefit of having precision along for the build, and you'll notice that she will go down probably 3 times. The problem is that we just need more stamina, so we can switch to concentration here if we need to, just to make sure that we do have adequate stamina at every single juncture that we engage with her. So okay, so let's go, and it's better to have more stamina and just continue attacking than have no stamina and have to stand around and wait. That is usually the worst thing. Okay, let's go for stun. Oh, she's going for me. I thought she was going for Io. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's up to us here at this point then. Okay. Thanks, Eva. Or Io. And you can see that we are getting our damage very, very high here. Okay. And now she's going to do that, which is fine. We will get our damage very high now because we were using that time during the cutscene, or the phase transition there, to damage her, and so we are able to continue the damage onslaught very, very, very hard there, just because of the fact that oh, whoops, I missed the dodge. And so you can see that a couple bars of stamina, and you're able to chunk away at her health very, very quickly in phase 2 if you continue attacking through phase 2. So if we also employ our morale boost at the moment in time when we actually run out of stamina the first time, then that will be basically two back-to-back abilities of full stamina recovery. And if we want to go for Serene Stance, we can readjust some of this. For example, Tirelessness, you don't really need this. And so if we get rid of that, that's great. And we already have pretty good iCore recovery. So if we go for something like Dex and Fortitude, that will also be helpful. And so we can get rid of this and go for Serene Stance. That would be nice. So between these two, we should be, good to go on stamina here. Because this is 5 iCore, 10-second cooldown, and we will have, this guy on a much longer cooldown, but as soon as we use it, we will have 2 bars of stamina back to back in order to continue slashing with no delay to stand around and wait for stamina. So that's always a problem when you are running Blade Dance, is how often can you be standing there attacking while you are waiting for your stamina to come back. But if you have something like Serene Stance, where you can constantly recover, that ability, and here, instead of doing what we're doing here, we can go for concentration here to make sure that we're getting, all the stamina value out of everything here. So it's a little bit different, but hey, it works. And so as we go along here, we will go for these things, and we'll get everything up and running here before we get in. And where is our haze? It's in the back. Okay, and we'll go for stun first, and let's see, here is our haze. Okay. Good. Okay, so she's gone down now. And let's go for this. Okay. Oh, and I was gonna... and somehow we missed that dodge. Okay. Oh, leaking. Man, okay, wow. I'm just completely off on this fight. Completely off. Wow, we are like, a piano out of tune here. But you can see that we'll be able to use Serene Stance or Morale Boost at a moment's notice there. Not really as fast as you might think, but if you actually get the dodges and press the spacebar at the appropriate time, then you will move behind her immediately, and then be able to execute whatever command you wish to. And okay, there's the elevator. So, but this setup does have a lot of power built into it. It's just for whatever reason, I am just not hitting those dodges today, but that is how it goes sometimes in Vayne. You get off of the cadence of how it happens, and things just go really bad from there on out. So we should probably be switching blood veils and so on and so forth and doing a lot of things, but we're not, and that's okay. And we will get through it this time. And as you see, it's not about having a partner or having EO or anything like that. It's all to do with just the execution of the dodges of when you are behind her or in front of her, and that's just all it is. Okay, so let's go for these things, and let's get our stamina up here, and so we can take her on and get a win out of this. Good grief. Okay. Okay, poison go, and she should go down here in just a second. There we go. Okay, and then we can go morale boost. There you go, and see that fills our stamina bar all the way back, which is great. Okay, we'll go for... Okay, she's down again. And when she goes down here and we get our stamina broken, we will go for Serene Stance, and we will keep going. Okay, another, yep. And she'll get stunned again, which is great. And Serene Stance is almost up here. Okay, Serene Stance. Okay, there we go. That was a much better execution where you just absolutely don't stop slashing, and Blade Dance does all the work. It literally does all the work for you, and there's no real thinking involved. Well, I mean, there is definitely thinking involved, as you saw from the previous attempts, but if you can hit those dodges, because she's staggered most of the time by precision, or she's broken by stun, and then you get a free 15% just by bringing Venom Mark of her health, so you only have to do 85% of her health damage. And if you go back and actually count the number of slashes that hit her, you'll notice that we're like way more than quadrupling. We're up to like 5 times our base damage, and so 743 times 5, so we're up around 4,000, somewhere around there. And you'll see from our stamina, we're at 314. We get a 33% reduction on our attacks, and then we get morale boost, so we're up to 364, which is great. And then we get double Serene Stance out of it, so that's like 1,000 stamina at a 33% reduction. So it's like having like 1350 stamina or something like that available to you to actually go through this. So that's what this entire setup here is built like, is to give you almost 1500 stamina. That's the effective amount of stamina that you're pretty much working with here. So absolutely crazy that is the case, because when you look at if you were trying to get 1500 stamina on your own to do dodges and everything else along the way, you would have to wait for 5 stamina bars at least, and we did not wait for 5 stamina bars. And the nice thing is that we didn't have to wait for really any stamina bar ever at all because of Serene Stance and morale boost. So we were able to chunk through her health there at the end, because we didn't actually get slammed on the ground 5 times in a row. So anyways, hopefully this is helpful for you guys and you enjoyed that. So we'll be in the Spire next week. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Take care. Bye.